In order to begin sending invoices through EDI, you'll first need to sign up for the EDI module by putting in a service request on the Main Street website. So to do that, you'll want to go to Help, Connect to Main Street website. Once on the website, you're going to choose Support, and in the Support section, you're going to go to Service Request, and you're going to fill out the either EDI or EDI and Glaxis service request. Once we receive that request here, we'll get everything set up, and then you'll have gotten an email letting you know that it's been set up. After it's been set up, there's a few things that you'll want to do in your program to be able to properly send through EDI invoices. The main thing you'll need to do is set up all of your insurance companies in the customer file to have an EDI code. The other thing that is an option is you would want to probably set up price levels for the different insurance companies. So we're going to go ahead and go through how to set up the customers. So we're going to go to POS and customers. Now, if you've already gone into this section and set up customers, then you'll just want to edit the customers that you already have in there. And if you haven't already set up some customers, then you can just start fresh. So you'll want to put in a name in the name field. So let's say we're going to set up State Farm. We can put it in as State Farm or State Farm-Links, or we could do Links-State Farm. However you want to put it in, it's up to you. The address information can be left blank along with all the phone information. Since this is being sent electronically, none of that really needs to be filled in. But of course, if you'd like to fill it in, you can. Over on the right where it says Statements, if you're using the accounting software, since you won't normally be sending a statement to an insurance company you're billing through EDI, you're going to want to make sure to just choose None. In the customer type, you'll want it set to either insurance or network. Either one of those is fine. And then where it's got EDI code, you're going to need to select the appropriate EDI code for the insurance company. Now all the insurance companies are listed by name. So for our example here, we want State Farm, so we can go down the list here and find State Farm and just pick State Farm. Now, if you're looking for a particular insurance company and you're not finding them in the list, there are some alternatives that you can use. Now, if this insurance company bills through Links Services, you can go in the EDI codes, and there is a Links, and there's also a Links Network. Either one of those will work. Now, if the company that you're looking for bills through SafeLight, although there is an EDI code for SafeLight, you cannot use the SafeLight EDI code. SafeLight works differently. So with SafeLight companies, you'll notice, like here with Lake State, there's a program ID of 09023. So if you look through the list and you find another insurance company that has the same program ID as the insurance company that you're looking for, then you could use that EDI code. SafeLight uses the program ID, and some of them will have the same program ID as other insurance companies. If you do not find another insurance company in there that has the same program ID, then you'll want to call us here at Main Street and let us help you find the appropriate EDI code or create a new one manually in the software that can be used. So again, if it's SafeLight, you definitely have to find the same program ID. Do not use the EDI code labeled SafeLight. And then if you can't find it, give us a call here at Main Street. So again, we'll pick the appropriate EDI code. And then the only other thing you'll probably want to do is go down here to the price level section and click on the down arrow and find the price level that you've set up for that insurance company. Now, if you haven't already set up a price level, you don't have to pick a price level. You can leave that blank, and you can manually override prices in the program when you're creating tickets. But it is easier since the insurance price levels are always the same, although occasionally they do change the discounts and that. But once you set up a price level, it makes it very easy to create invoices for those insurance companies then. So if you're not familiar with that, we can take a look at that. But first, let's finish up here. So after you have all of your information, you're going to go ahead and choose Save and save that. And then if you'd like to add in another insurance company, just choose New and put in the next insurance company. If you've already set up an insurance company in here and you just want to double check that you have the correct EDI code, you simply can click on the search icon at the top, type in part of the name, and then click on the search icon again, and you can find in the list the EDI or the customer that you had set up. Go to the Edit tab, and then just double check that your EDI code is set correctly. Now there is a separate tutorial on setting up price levels, but I will run through it briefly here just to give you a basic idea of how to set up a price level for an insurance company. You'll go to POS and you'll choose price levels. In the price level name field, you're going to type in the name of the price level that you want. So it can be anything. It doesn't have to be State Farm or State Farm Link specifically. It's whatever you want it to be. And then in the category section, you'll want to highlight the category of the pricing that you want to put in. So normally you would want to start with kits. Then in the details section here, you'll want to go to the default one, and in the material discount field here, we'd put in the price. And then if that price is per kit, you would leave the material type set to each. However, oftentimes the pricing is just a flat amount, doesn't matter how many kits it is. So if that's the case, then you want to click on the down arrow and pick flat kit as the material type. Usually moldings are at list price, so you can skip that. And let's go to domestic tempered. And it's the same basic thing. In the material amount or material discount field, you're going to put in the discount amount. And then in the material type, it's going to be % off list. And in the labor column, you're going to put in the amount you're charging for labor. So you would put that amount in. And then if it's a per hour, you would leave it that way. If that's going to be a flat price for labor, then you would change it to an each. Occasionally with Safelite insurance companies, there is both a flat rate and an hourly rate. So in that case, it might be, say, $40 flat rate and then an hourly rate of, say, $30. I may have that backwards, but you get the gist of it. So what you'd want to do is in the labor discount 2 field, put in the other price, and in the labor type 2, you're going to put in that as per hour. And then the important thing here is where it's got the additive, and right now it says not additive. We want to change it to say additive so that it adds those two together. So in the case of a Safelite where you're both doing an hourly and a flat amount, make sure that you put in both rates. And then you would do the same thing on domestic windshield, foreign tempered, foreign windshield. Just put in your discount and your labor amounts. And then if you do windshield repairs, you'll want to scroll down the list and choose windshield repairs. And this is the only time that you normally would not put anything in as the default. And windshield repairs are considered labor, so you would go to the labor amount column, and then for that repair shop, that's on a first repair done in shop, you would put in the amount there. Then go down to the next one, the additional windshield repair in shop. So that's any additional repairs that you do on the same vehicle. And then you've got your mobile and your additional mobile. And then once you have all of that in there, you would just simply go up to the top and choose Save. And now if you want to add in yet another price level for a different insurance company, you will want to make sure to hit New and then use the same process. Once that price level has been added in, then you can attach it to the particular account. So in the price level name, if you name it Links-State Farm, and in your customer file you've put the customer in as Links-State Farm, just because they're named the same, it doesn't tie the two together. You're going to have to make sure that you go into that customer file and that you recall that account, and in the price level section, pick the proper price level for that account. That is all that needs to be done in order to set up EDI. Now you're ready to process your EDI invoices, so you'll want to watch the tutorial on how to process EDI invoices.